Hey Dreamers, this is Jacto Plays, and today we're going to discuss the new update that Media Molecule has released, and it is the update of 2.51 that we are at this moment of the recording, and it brought some cool new features. And today I'm just going to talk, in this video I'm going to talk about one specific feature, and that is the sticker mode. And I think like a lot of people were waiting for this one. I saw some people in the community that were really like waiting for this new feature. Now I must say I haven't really it hasn't really been on my radar so much. I did follow that there was a sticker mode coming. That was like in the Trello of Media Molecule. You can like check what they're working on for the current updates or with the coming updates. And I knew that it was like coming, but I wasn't really having it much on my radar yet, as I was like, yeah, I'm not really sure how this is like going to be and how it's going to look like, and what is sticker mode. Do they mean that you can use your own pictures inside Dream and stuff like that? Well, let's figure it out today in this video and see what you can do with it. I think that you're pretty going to be amazed by it, and I really love this new feature, and I think that a lot of people can come up with a lot of cool stuff with this one, including myself. I think that I'm maybe going to use this as well at certain points, especially for like wall decorations. I think that's like, it's a very cool thing to do. All right, so here we have like a cube, right? And I already placed some stuff on it, so you can see like how it's going to look with the sticker mode. So I just like placed something randomly. This is not paint at all. This is just the sticker mode itself. So how does that work? I will show you, of course. So if you have, for example, a cube or whatever shape you have, but we will do the cube for this. So cube. And if you're going into gadgets and go into the mover and outputs, you can select here the text displayer. And the text displayer, it is like working as normal. You have just like all the settings as you normally have. And let's say like I want to have like some text saying dreams, right? So let's say dreams. And so now we have like the word dreams. And normally when you want to put something in text to a wall, you make sure it's like it's in the scene, so you can place it anywhere you want into your scene, like for something like this. But the issue with this thing is that like if it got too close to that certain object, you could still see like it was like still floating a little bit away from the object. And even though if you were like pushing the text gadget a little bit closer to the object, you would still get like it was like fading away, or like was disabling, because like that's normally what like text gadgets doing, like with certain camera positions. But Media Molecule made something very cool out of this. So instead of like that you have like text manually placing on this like on this location, we can now say that we want to have a sticker mode. And where is the sticker mode? The sticker mode is in the almost in the last step. Is with the A and B stuff, also where you have the in scene one. And here we have a new option saying sticker mode. So if you click on that one, you get of course like some like information on it. And if we click on sticker mode, you can see like it's changing. You can see like it's going from bright to like it's popping into the servers that you're using for. So in this case, that is of course the cube. And here we have like some settings going on. Let me turn off the grid for a moment. So here we have like a box, and this box is just like basically like the sort of like a collision box to show where it needs to be. A little bit like you can also like change it in here, like the sticker depth, depending on where you want to have it being shown on that servers. That's basically what it's doing. So for this, like this like normal, and then then you have a sticker. There you go. So if we go now into play modes, we have now the text dreams like placed like smashed into the box of this thing. Now that's great with text, but it is also great if you want to use something like for example wall decorations, if you want to have like, instead of like using paint mode, because we all know, I think that most of dreamers already know, painting costs a lot of graphics memory, and we all know that text sketches basically doesn't use much, so it's a lot cheaper. So if you, for example, want to make a wall or a wallpaper, pardon me, sorry for that, if you want to make something like that is yeah, as in like a sort of like decoration that you want to go for, or want to have like wall stickers or stuff like that, like you can like make so many new things with this, like but for example, if you want to do some wallpaper, what you need to do, and you don't want to have text, just make sure there's always text in this text field. It doesn't matter. You can say it, you can type one letter, doesn't matter. As long there is something in this text box, otherwise it's not going to work, because otherwise it will not like disable the sticker mode. So you need always write something down in this sticker, in this text box, to order to make the wallpaper stuff working. So you have here the word dreams, but now we're going to remove, or not remove, but like opacity the text. So the text is now gone, but the sticker mode still thinks it's there. So now like it still works. So what we need to do now we can like basically like shape the form. So for example, I want to have like a painting stuff, like texture on it, and then you can of course like change this into something you like. We can like make it like so, make it super big, and now you have like sort of like a wall paint, right? And of course you can like change the color if you want, something like this, I don't know, and there you go. And now we have a side of one box painted with the text gadget, which is super cool. And I think you can, like, if you're like being clever, a little bit like playing around with the stuff, I think you can come up with quite a few cool effects. You can also make glow effects if you want, so people can like go nuts with this stuff right here, and you can really make cool new effects to your creation. And I'm probably going to use this mostly for my wallpapering and also for backgrounding, because like often when I create something in Dreams, I still going to use 3D assets to fill out the background. And I think this is a really cool way to like use this as a background image. And so you can still see there is something maybe there in the background, but you're not going to see. You can also use like Sculpt to paint. It's also an option, of course. Not always very ideal, but I think you can already maybe think of what like super cool stuff you can do with it. So I really love this new feature. And the cool thing is that, like, for example, I didn't really do this pretty well, to be honest. So let me say, like, if you're like clone this to the wall, we all need to have that the sticker is placed again, like so, like on the wall. And let me reset this. So now we have it. If you want to have it on all sides, we can do it like this. I think that is like the reason why I love this feature so much is that you can like do whatever you want with it, and you can also like scale the image in these settings here. I think that like most people can come up with even more crazier stuff than I am thinking right now, but there is so much more options to do with sticker moding only. So this like is one of the feature. The only issue with like the minimum size and scene is basically the same way as it works with text. So the further you're going away, the image will stay at the same size, as you can see. So I would not recommend you to touch this if you want to use it for just like wallpapering, so that the size will stay always the same no matter what. And as you can also see, let me place this like a little bit like so. There you go. So what we did now is that we now give the depth to the text displayer. So if we change the size of like the sticker depth, you can see that like we are having now the side of this cube, right? And if you like push it more, it will fill out the other two sides as well. So now you have like a filled cube where the image is still like going on and continue with like the text, the texture, which is very cool. Sadly, it doesn't really like hit all the walls, but you can still go, of course, like do the same thing on the other side as well. Like so, if I can like do this correctly, there you go. So of course you can do it on the same side as well, and so that the image is like still feel that like it's one continuation of the side. And this works with every object. So if you have like, for example, another shape of another form, like let's go with a cylinder. So we place now a cylinder inside here, and if you're using that same like text gadget with the new sticker mode, you can see now that it uses only in a certain direction. I'm not really sure. Probably we will get that maybe in the future, but I'm not really sure if we ever get something that like it's like doing a continuation to the rest of the surface. That will be like pretty awesome, to be honest. But sadly, for now, like it's only doing one side of the whole thing. But I think this is already pretty cool. So basically, like it's stamping into, and if you want to have like the other side, you can just like place another text gadget to the other side as well, and then you have it two-sided. It's pretty amazing and awesome, and I think that a lot of people would love this new feature. I think that people will love this new feature. I do really like this new feature. And so yeah, this like works with all the shapes. So for example, if you have like something made in Dreams, I don't know, let's say like I have here like a tombstone, right? Because like it's Halloween almost, it's Spooktober. And so if you have like a text gadget and you want to have that on this object, as you can see, it reflects on that sculpt, right? Now there is one little thing that you maybe want to like do. You can like I can like come up with like so many cool stuff here. Like you can like make extra dimensions to this, like if you're using this smartly. And like what I mean is like if you're like going for a certain texturing, let me see, what can we come up with? Like we can try to make a little bit like, we can make like noise effects, but we can also make like a little bit dirt. And then of course not with the glow, so no glow. And let's make it like, I don't know, a little bit green or something like that. And there you have it. We can like extend this, so that sort of works. And then we can make sure that it's a little bit bigger. So what I just did, I just like used a extra layer of the text gadget. So we don't really need to paint anything anymore to give something an object like makes like super old, or like it's waxed, or like with moist. And so you can like add a new layer to an object without using paint mode. And I think that like if you're going to create something in Dreams and you're having a sculpt, and maybe you're not really that great with painting yourself or making like super, or not realistic, but like texturing with painting, was that can be quite a challenge, right? To get like the right painting and then the right texture for a certain item and object that you have. And not many people always finish the texture part. They do make lovely sculpts, but they're always like not finishing the final touches, the extra detail. And I think with the sticker mode, for the people that are not really that great with like adding extra textures to with the paint tool, you can now do this with text gadgets with the sticker mode. So as you can see, like I added like a green effect, like a little bit of like, it looks like now like it's old and it's like it's already dirty, and I haven't touched any of the brush tools. So I think that like it's a cool addition, and you can of course play around with the settings. Like you can of course like having different textures on it, and of course every texture is like having a different result. But yeah, I would just like say like play a little bit around with the setting and see if you can come up with like really cool stuff. And let me know in the comments like if you like this new feature. Is there something you want to see still added to this new feature? Personally, I really want to see like a little bit more of like more improved sticker mode, to be honest. But I think that this is a super welcoming additional to the Dreams tool. This is really amazing, and we don't need to paint anymore. Goodbye paint mode. It's sticker mode time. Now, let me know in the comments what do you think about this new update? Do you like this new update? And have you already have some ideas in mind what you can do with it? So it's not only like like I said it here, it's not only for wallpapering, but it's also very great for like adding extra detail to your sculptures. Now I like accelerated a little bit with this one, but you can play around with the settings like to your likings and see if you can make something with the text gadget that like is like, hey, that looks cool. And the cool thing about it is that you can still use all these settings for this text gadget. So for example, if I don't want to have it like so obvious there, I can blend it in with my already sculpt and make it a little bit more expressive, right? So it's a little bit more dirtier, and it probably like I can still of course do this in paint mode, but if I do it in paint mode, my sculpture probably is going to rise up 1 or 2% extra graphics unnecessary. And I think that like with the sticker mode, you can now boost your sculptures with more detail, basically, without doing any more difficulty paint stuff that you probably maybe cannot even do it, or maybe you can do it, but yeah, it takes quite some time. And look at like how easy I did that, and it doesn't cost me anything. Now, if you want to, for example, like do other parts as well, you can do so. Like you can just clone the text gadget to the other side, and now we have this side. So you can really make it like super easy, like a sculpture with this. And I really, really love that. It is so super great. Like painting, we're basically painting with like text gadgets. And how awesome is that, right? So now we have like, I think we did everything now. So now we have painted this whole sculpture with only text gadgets. So look how amazing that is. Now you can of course, like what I said, it's like you can of course like changing the stuff, like maybe you don't really want to do it like this, but because that's going to be a little bit messy. But I would recommend you to use like something like a what is called the microchip, and then place everything like perfectly in a microchip as you should, and like clone everything to here. Or not clone, sorry, but bring everything to that side. Oh. Like so. Nah, what am I doing right now? Right there. And so what you need to do now is only you need to like, yeah, reset the text gadgets to your position that you want to go for. Let me see. Probably stick. Yeah. Let me. I really want to make sure it is it's going to work. Also, what is a really good way to do is like you need to have like auto rotation on, so you can also like switch this around. As you can see, if you're not doing that, you cannot like turn it around. So. But I have now so many ideas right now that I can like make my sculptures even more insaner than I already have. So as you can see, like we can now add like this side here, super easy, and just have it in a microchip, stuff like that. I think that this is a really welcoming update. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. Do you like this new update? And if so, let me know. I hope this was an helpful video. A little bit like a quick update about the 2.51 update from Media Molecule's Dreams. It's out now, so if you have not already, you can download it on the PlayStation Store, of course. Or at least like you have to like download it, of course, on the PlayStation. And enjoy the new update, the sticker mode. Bye-bye for now, and as always, don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye-bye.